So in this week 4 component has been discussed. Components are like reusable codes. We can use components for creating reusable code. So if we want to create a different message board for three different users, we can create a single message board component and create three instances of that component. So you can see this is the syntax of creating component: view dot component, and here have provided the name of the component. And when I am creating the instance of a component, I am using this name message board. And this is the template, and the data property methods and any data property and the methods are also defined as function here. So this data properties inside the function, yeah, because they are different for different component, so they will be initialized three times. As we are using three components, so it will be initialized for all the different instances. So that's why this data property would be inside the functions. And this is similar to how we use the normal view app, but just because we want to use repetitive components, and we don't want to do the same line again and again. So this is like reusable reusable app, and we can use this component as many times as we want. So let's run this. Oh, it is global.
Sir,
Yes.
that means these methods, computed, template, data, and all are all components, sir.
No, this only this is the component. So inside the component works similar to view app. So we initialize a component and give the name to this component and use this component. So, and here we are initializing different We are here initializing this message board component 3 times. So, and also providing this title attribute, and this props will fetch the title. So here we are creating the view component, the this message board component, and providing the value title as threads board, and here we are fetching that title, and here we are showing.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. But we can't write comma, 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 all the three together.
Where?
Next page, you showed here Tejas board, comma, Fatima's board, comma, Ruth's board, like that.
No, we are creating 3 different instances of this message board.
Okay.
So this message board is like a HTML tag, right?
Yes,
So to use this component, you have to use this tag.
view component. So it's a view component, and the name we are provided here. So whatever name we are creating the component, so we will use that same name here.
It could be anything. It's not a keyword, right?
Yes, we can use any name. This is just a variable.
What is this object just after the name message board?
What?
See, after the name message board, yeah, the component has a name message board. What is this object after the message board, which contains the props and everything?
These are the properties. So similar to view app. So view this is the element. So the app contains data and methods, computed property. So this is for the component. So when the component will be called, this template will be shown, and these are the variables of this component, and these are the methods of this component.
Yeah, so this data and methods are same as view app.
Yes,
Will the view app have its own data and methods? We haven't. Okay, it does have. It has only global count.
so how to handle changing, how to use this global count is one thing which we can do. Your name and say hi, and So all these properties are unique for this different players or the different components. So if this these properties, Dhoni and captain, this is what we are printing is we are printing this your name and your message and the list of all the messages which this visitor has done. So this component is unique for different component we are creating. So here you can see we have created three components. So these properties will be unique for each of the components. So we are creating three instances of this component. So that is why three different variables will be variables will be different for different variables. So there will be visitor name, visitor message, messages. So messages, there will be three message array. One for the first message board component and another messages array for the another component, and for the third component there will be another message array. So there will be different component for different array. So that is why we create component. It helps us in creating reusable code. So here this code we can use and create different instances of this component.
Could you please explain this V on add to global count or something? What is it?
So this is not working actually. F12. Uh,
Sir,
yes.
so this call is only being recorded, sir. Where can we view that?
What?
No, sir, this call is not streamed on YouTube. Like recording from where can we access?
No, this is recorded. You can access after the call will be recorded, and you will be able to access this recording in the calendar. The link will be there. So this is not streamed but recorded.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So
Sorry, sir, but tomorrow TA session I'm not able to access from the calendar.
tomorrow session was also live stream, so you can watch on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah. This session will is not getting streamed, so you will get access. Yes. When a new message is done, created, this is the component. So I have created different instances of this component, and this is Tej board. So this title you can see, this is Tej's board, this is Fatima's board, and this is Ruth's board. So when the in the message board, what is happening is that all this data is showing, and this your name is binded to this visitor name attribute, and visitor message this text is binded to this. So when the user clicks on this say hi function, these whatever is currently binded to this, so currently it is not binded to anything, so whatever is currently, let's say, hi, so whatever it is currently is binded, this message will be pushed, and the with the these visitor name and visitor message keys, and after pushing it will change the visitor name to an empty string and also visitor message to an empty string, and this will emit a add to global total event also. So what add to global total will do, so here what we are doing is, when the add to global total event is called, call this count global function. So what is being done here is that when the user clicks on this say hi button, this say hi function will be called, and these message will be pushed. This visitor name, this input box is bind to this visitor name, and this message is bind to this visitor message. So when the user clicks on say hi button, this function will be invoked, and visitor name and visitor message key uh, will be passed with with whatever values currently in the box, and after that the string will become empty, and the add to global total event will be emitted. So
What does it mean to emit this event?
as there are three components, and these components are unique. So this data properties, this visitor name property, visitor message property, and message properties are unique to this particular component. So let's say if we want to find the total number of all the messages, so that is not dependent on how many messages are being passed because of this Tej, and because of this Fatima, and because of this Ruth. So all the messages we want to modify the global variable which is of this app, which is defined here. So that's why we are emitting an add to global total event. So whenever on so this component is unique to this stage board, so this component will be called, and these data properties are unique to this message board component. So how to modify a property irrespective of which of the component is called? So if I call this hedge board, this message board component of this instance of message board component will be called, and if we define the count here, the count of message will be increased if of one particular component. So let's say if I define count here, and on the clicking of message or say hi function, I even if I increase that count, it will not be a global, it will only be related to this message board. So for a particular instance, these variables are used for this component only, and they are not imported externally. So a component can only access its own variable, not the other variable.
So emitting will ensure that this goes to a global count.
No, we are actually, what is being done, that this will emit, and here we are catching this emit event, and when the emit will be sent, what it is doing is it is calling this count global function. So this say hi function, when the say hi function is called, this will emit this event. And here what we are doing is when this sent when this add to global total is emitted, this is handling that. And on this when this add to global total is emitted, it is calling the count global function. And what count global function is doing is it is changing the global this count to count plus 1.
Okay, so it's invoking the count global function on the add to global total being emitted and from and being, I don't know what, reflected in the HTML, right?
Yes, that add to global total is emitted, and in the HTML we are handling that event. So we are handling that event that whenever this add to global total is emitted, we will call this count global function, and this count global function is just incrementing this global count by 1.
Okay, there's one more question I want to ask. If you could go to the HTML. This is something from before. Although in line number 11, the global count has been, has a mention over here. It's been called, if you want to call, I don't know if you call it calling. So this variable has been called, and yet it does, I mean, its value changes after the, the message board and, add to global part where the say hi happens. So this is strange that this global count, will it reflect after the say hi or before the say hi?
No, before the say hi global count is this 0 will be shown. So this is a data property. So initially the value will be 0. And as and when this event is emitted, this say hi, as and when this say hi button is clicked, this event will be emitted. And here we are handling the emitted event, and accordingly we are calling the count global function. So this total message received until now, initially the value will be 0.
Okay, it's only after say hi that it automatically updates.
Yes, and even as and when we reload, it will again show this 0 value, because it will again render the HTML, and rendering the HTML again will again call the script. So even if I say, let's say say hi,
Yeah, but the minute we click say hi, immediately the total messages without refreshing will reflect it, right?
yes,
Although that line has already passed long before.
this total message received until now is global count.
Yeah, so even though it was before this line number 15, 6, 18, so once we click on say hi, it's as if this also updates without a refreshing.
Yes, without refreshing. So the view is reactive, and this dot message dot push visitor name. So here we are pushing that in the message array. You can see this message is an array. Array will have, not array, it's like a object. It will be array of array, you can say. So that array will have this visitor name and visitor message key, and message visitor name and visitor message. So, and we are rendering that using this for loop for message in messages. Show the message and message visitor message. So this is the key visitor name, and this is the key visitor message. So message visitor name will show this visitor name, and this visitor message will show this visitor message. Kiran, print this.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is it counting messages or name?
Which count? This
Total count you are getting. Total messages received
it
until
is
now. It is.
not counting anything. This is just incrementing by one as and when this event is emitted, and this event is called. And when this event is called, this count global function will be called, and this count global is function is not checking if there is any name or there is any message. So as and when this ci function is called, it is incrementing the global count variable and just incrementing it by one. So it is just how many times we are calling this ci function, that many times this total message received until now will be shown.
Sir, then what is the need for computed message paragraph that you are written there?
This computed.
Yeah, that is only counting, no?
This computed is counting. Yes, this count. So we are not calling it anywhere.
But why then you can remove that?
Yes, we can remove this.
Could you show the last code? Last one. So here we have a global count, and we also had a count function, yeah, but we didn't use the computed count in the message board. That is the component. We only used the app's global count variable, right?
Then, madam, we can remove that computed component when it is not required.
It's not being used, yes. So unless we wanted to use it. Means could we have probably defined how long the visitor message is?
This dot messages dot length. So maybe we can use this count function for knowing how many message a particular user is sending.
Sir, you try with deleting that portion, sir.
Yeah, it is still working because we are not using it anywhere. That function we are not using anywhere.
Maybe we could, if we required, it would be just to see if whose board is getting how many messages. Yeah,
Yes, we can use that.
we could have used some method for that, but at the moment we're not using.
Okay.
And sir, if I want any restriction on the name, then
Any restriction on which name?
the name which you provide as input, visitor name, I mean.
So maybe like if the name is not if the name is empty and the say hi function is called, don't do anything. Just show an error
Okay.
like this.
I want the number must be include at the rate. Then
You can define a function for
other
that.
function.
Yes, or maybe some internal method is there. Yes,
Okay.
like let's say user is entering his email, then that email should contain at the rate and dot symbol.
Yeah. And that is a like client side like checking, you know.
Yes, front end only we will check without calling the backend.
Okay.
Sir, sorry, carry on.
Hello, am I audible? Hello,
Yes, yes.
thank you. Sorry, I just joined a few minutes back. Where can we get this code? in the yesterday session code also?
Yes. You want the code, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can like paste it in codefile.io and share the link here in the chat so we can take it from there.
Which site?
Codefile.io or something like that where you pay. I mean, it's basically a sort of a site where you paste the code. You don't need to open a register or something like that. It's like e-transfer, a
Uh,
smash for you just paste the code and share the link and it becomes available. Whoever has the link.
so can you share the name in the?
Yeah, hold on. And in case if hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, and in case like there are two different codes for yesterday and today's session. Can you please comment the dates on the top? That would be great.
Codefile.io.
Yeah,
I have shared this Google Docs link.
yeah. Okay, even that also works. Thank you.
Sir, can you show the JS code?
Yes, code.
Sir, so whenever a user clicks on say I button, so it will call this say hi function, right? And that say I function will again call add to global total, which will call
This will emit an
global
event.
count function.
This will emit an event add to global total, and in here we are handling that add to global total event by calling the count global function. So when the user clicks on the say hi button, this event add to global total will be emitted, and here we are handling this add to global total event by calling the count global function, which is just increasing the count global, which is just increasing the global count variable by one.
So without emitting, can't we directly call this global count function?
No, so without emitting, because that's inside the component, and we are not. So you are asking that what if I just directly call this
Like
direct function?
yes,
Okay.
count global.
So when the user clicks on this CI function, call this global count function. So that I don't know how to do that.
Okay, sir. Maybe it may not work because that is in component. This is in new view app. Sorry, they are in two different places.
Yeah, that is there.
Okay, sir. And one more doubt. There is some templates HTML code, right? Top. So this HTML will be same for all the message board components. So if we create one more message board component, then that will have the same HTML code, right?
Yes.
Okay, and for each of the component, the data is different. This messages array will be different for different component.
Yes, yes.
Okay. But
We,
in one component that we give in a single place, we give the definition, common definition.
yeah, reusable. We are creating this reusable things. Component is creating reusable view app. You can say like that.
So this HTML is also reusable.
Yes, all the things. The visitor name. There will be 3 visitor name array. One each for all this first instance. There will be visitor name, visitor message, and messages. And also for Fatima's board, there will be visitor name, visitor messages, and messages array. So there will be 3 different location or 3 different data instance. This 3 different instances of message board. So everything will be different for all those. Data will be different. These data properties will be different for them.
Okay. So if we did not use component, then same thing you'd have had to write for 3 users.
Maybe we need to create 3 different view app.
Okay, so if you use component, then single definition it is. We can do all.
We will need to create 3 different view app with different ID and create different and call that create 3 divs and integrate those view apps with different divs and do that accordingly.
And 3 times you have to write that HTML.
3.
3 times you will have to write that HTML template which you wrote in the component.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
3 different view app we will need to create.
So in the HTML also 3 times the same code after repetition.
Yes, yes. One will be linked to. So here we are creating. We want similar nature for all the view all the instances. That's why we are just creating a single component. So that single component will handle.
And
Okay.
sir,
Sir, and
why
also
do
the
you use?
props.
So here we are passing the title. So and using the props, we are fetching that title.
Okay, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, could you remove the props or comment out, then please render?
Yes. You can see that title is not showing.
Okay.
Message in the console. Prop
But
title is not defined on the instance but refers to the vendor.
title is not defined. Okay. So when we use like these props, whenever we want like child and parent or anywhere.
If you want to pass some value,
When we want pass some value.
yes, yes. So here we are passing our title from this HTML page, and here we are fetching that using the props.
Okay, and the title is okay.
So now,
Here in
before,
this case, when we were calling that titles, and just could you go to this JS? Yeah. Here we didn't have to do this dot title or something. Yeah.
yes, yes, we don't need to do that. This is Jinja syntax.
How? Okay.
So we have fetched that title, and here we are printing that. using the
And we
Jinja.
have to pass it as an array.
What this is this array?
Yeah, we have to pass it as an array.
Yes, yes.
And here, when we pass it in the Jinja, it's just title, no quotes, nothing. Okay.
Yes, yes.
I have to remember all this syntax. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So I missed this component part. So can you give me an overview, like at a high level, what, uh, when do we go for a component, and how do we use this? Other than, is this a similar to a form in a HTML, if I understand right?
So we want to create a reusable piece of code. That for that we use component, and here we are giving it the name message board, and then creating three different instances of this message board component.
Okay, so okay, here the message board is a tag, is it? Okay, okay. Yeah. How does this work? Like, so the HTML page renders, is it?
Oh, so where first we are running the HTML server. So this HTML is rendered in this script tag. So this application.js will be embedded, and when it reaches this part message board, so it will read this message board from this JS, and here we have defined the message board definition. So this template will be shown.
Okay. So how does, I mean, the HTML tag will refer to the JS file, is it?
Yes, yes. HTML tag. So when first the HTML will be when we are creating the server, and HTML will be shown, and here we are embedded the application, this application.js code. So when it tries to read this message board, it will use this component, this definition of message board, and show this template, this much part. It will show initially.
Okay.
So as and when we interact with it, it will do other things like this visitor name bind to this is bind to this is bind to this input box.
Okay. So now this is a HTML component. Okay.
Sir, sir, sorry,
Yes, yes.
sorry, let me. Sir, in this template, you are writing it in JS file. You can type it in HTML file itself. Will it work, sir? This is only HTML portion, no, sir.
No, so when the we are creating a this is like we are creating a message board
Yes, sir, but let it be there in HTML itself. It will not go to message port there.
which part?
That component, template
This
component.
this part.
Yes, sir.
Oh, where should I put this?
Division portion is there, no, sir. That division is there. I'm just asking something maybe irrelevant. I don't know.
So when this AI button will be called, so we need to integrate also. How will it work in? So
Because all HTML will be in one file, JS will be in another file. Why we are doing it as component and doing?
no, but in this component there are visitor name attribute, visitor message attribute, and CI function. So in this HTML, these things are not defined. So they are only defined in the.
It will go to application JS, no, sir.
So how to do that?
For taking that information.
Yes, yes. So okay. So maybe we will then need to use props for them. Use this template directly in the application.html. When using props, pass visitor name, visitor message from the application.html, and then do something. CI function is here, so we need to call this CI function from HTML.
No, I'm not sure, sir, whether we should, whether it can be done in HTML file itself. Template can be put there. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Because both are connected. This file and JS, application JS, is connected to HTML file. I think all the things required will come now, sir.
Maybe we can do, but you have to see how to do it. So you are saying that
We'll
all
try
the
that, sir. We'll
templates
try
should
that,
be
sir.
in one place, and all the logical part should be in other place.
Can I ask a follow-up question to mine? Actually, I still didn't get the whole component, how it works.
Yes.
So how does it interact with the normal view that we have coded actually in the bottom of this JS? Yeah, how does this interact with this, and how does it, the template knows that it is from the first person, and the second one is from the second person, and the third one is from the third person.
So it
So
uses
this
ID app, view app.
Okay, so
using this
so far we know about this app. Here, how does it interact with the component?
so uh, using the component, we are creating this message board, and it is message board is like a reusable piece of code, and using this message board, we are creating different message board entries or message board instances we are creating.
Okay,
And
so these are within the app. Okay, okay. And
So the
now there are
template, right?
three different templates.
yeah, there will be three different templates. This
So,
this template because of this instance, the second template because of the second instance, and this template because of this instance, and each of the instances where when the instances are created, this template is printed or is shown. So when we say hi using this template, when we say hi using this template, so this will know that your name and your message is coming from this stage board, and it is coming from this board, and this what it is doing is it is also storing in the messages array. So when the message is coming from this template, it will store in the messages array of Thej's board, and when the message is coming from this array, it will store the message in Atima's board. So there will be three different instances of message board, and each of those three instances will have these set of variables. There will be three visitor name, three visitor message, and three messages array, and each linked to uh, and each linked to this each linked to each of the instances. So these three variables will be linked to this instance, and this instance will also have those three variables, and this instance will also have those three variables.
So what will be the name of the instance? Or like, will it be based on the title or?
Name, there is no need of name, and whatever
If I
this
yeah, if you
array.
want to refer instance, excuse me.
Okay, so you mean so yeah, when the say hi function using this button is called, we are referring to this array because this template is referring to that component. So this template is because of the first instantiation of the component, and this is because of the second, this is because of the third. So this say hi function is of the first instance, and this say hi function is this template. This first template is because of the first instance, and this template is because of the second instance, and this third template is because of the third instance. So it knows internally how which of the instance is calling the say hi, and accordingly it will update the message array, because message array it will accordingly update. So if I am sending message from this array, sorry, from this this template portion, this part, so it will know that this first instance of message board is calling this CI function, so it will append to the message array of the first instance of the message board.
Okay. And so the total messages is the combined of all three. Is it?
Yeah, total message received until now.
So that can be computed using the main view app logic. Is it?
Yes, using the main view apps data property.
Okay. Okay, so thank you.
I have a question. Could you go back to the HTML file? Here, you created the table, and within the table, you had these rows, and then there was the TD, right? So they all came side by side. If you had not done this, then what would have happened had you kept different rows? So it wouldn't be side by side, yeah? It would be one after the other.
So here we are using div tag. So whatever the default nature of div tag, it will be done according to that. So table. This is the default nature of the div tag. So accordingly, the templates are printing.
Okay.
Sir, then where the message count will come, sir? Where the message count will come?
Here it
No,
is, you know,
here it will count, sir. But message is red, no, sir. It is showing hi in the last time you showed.
it will come. Okay, here.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, because this message board is only after this first instance of the message board. So first it will show completely and then only it will show. Then this third will show after second, second after first, and third after second. So yeah, can anyone tell this question? Which of the following statement is or false?
Sir, in that earlier code, sir,
Yeah.
in the earlier code, sir, can you show that result, outcome?
What outcome?
You have been showing the buttons now, sir. By mistake, I have typed something. Instead of Fatima's board, I have typed something in Tej board. Is on Tej board, I have typed something in Fatima's board. Is it possible to change it?
No, what do you mean?
No, by mistake, sir. So many records I am entering.
Okay. You are
So,
saying that simultaneously you are sending.
yeah, but allow should have come in the Tej board. And I'm just saying some name should have come. By mistake, it happens. 100 records I am typing and that. Is it possible to change?
That I,
I'm just asking.
so you are saying you send some message using this board,
Yes, sir.
and
But I realized afterwards
but you
it's not
wanted it to be sent using this Fatima's board.
Fatima's. And Fatima's board issue that detail should go back to Tej board. By
Tej.
mistake, I have typed in that.
So you can reload and then again send.
No, this is one message, madam. If it is a fifth message of that and eighth message of Fatima, how it will be possible?
I think this board is more supposed to be sort of, like we have social media sites and everything where you comment and everything. But once you've commented on one particular person's board, how can it be commented onto someone else's? So if you've commented on Fatima's, how can it go on Tej's?
Okay, ma, correct, ma. I understood. Sorry, ma. Just it came in my mind.
Yeah, that should be something like an update or a delete option. Is that possible
Yes,
in Vue?
even update. You can change the value of the message in the WhatsApp or in Telegram. You can change the
That is also another point. We can delete the message.
Delete the message or update
And
the
we
message.
may forward the message to other person and delete this one. Yeah, that is also there. Okay,
Yes.
So is it possible?
Okay, we are going deep, madam. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
withdrawing
that's a
my
good
question.
question. So is it possible in Vue.js actually?
Yes, you can do.
Okay.
What delete? Delete. You
Yeah.
can write a function.
Okay.
Would
Uh,
it be message that dot pop messages dot pop or what? Like we do push. What do we do pop in that array?
that you can whenever in the array. So there is an array, and pop. So how does pop work? Can you tell?
By default, it will delete the last one. Otherwise, you give the index of the one that you want to delete.
Yeah, you can use
At least
that.
that's in Python. I don't know about JS.
So using, let's say, hi, there are two messages, and
We want to delete one.
so you if I use update button here or here, accordingly we can provide the index. So if we are calling the update, we can define update and have in this 2, and using this we can provide the index. The update function will take index value. Update function will take index value, and the index value we can provide from the this part front end. We can have this button update, and here also update. So what will happen? Let's say you can use a modal view model, or again, or let's say a simple input box. So when you click on update, input box should appear, and in the input box your message should again be shown, and then you can in the input box you can change the message value and then click on update function. And this is we are not we have not integrated any backend, so if we integrate the backend also, this is simple dummy data, not even dummy, we are creating as and when we reload it what deleted, so we can use that.
Maybe in the template that you had created in the view component, you could have had where you had the li, you could have probably had a button there for update, right?
Yes, using
Added a function here, yeah, you could have had a button for update.
another button in the
Yeah, which would have some function that you would have to define again.
yes, that function we have to define, and if it is a delete function it will use that id which we have to provide using using the template. We will need to provide that id, so not id, that index, so according to that index value it will delete the item.
And so it was a very good question. It all got us all thinking quite a bit.
Sir, so in the
So
methods we'll have to add one function, right? For that. In the component we
yes,
say I below that.
yes, and in the messages currently there are no entries, so let's say you can also define um, no, so how to define it, can anyone tell?
What, sir? Can you repeat?
No, so in the how to define a dummy data.
Maybe we can do this at the end. Maybe we can finish the activity questions and the practice assignment questions and take up later.
Can anyone tell this question? Which of the following statement is or false?
Sir,
Hello? Hello?
The third option is
Vue.js requires the page to be
Third option, sir.
third option. So is this correct? Which of the following is used for conditional rendering? V4 is reactive. So which option is correct out of this?
In first question, the answer is saying even the second option is also false.
Which of the Vue.js is always rendered on the client side? Can anyone tell the reason? Hello?
So
Yeah, this
Vue.js
question.
is only on the client side.
So you are saying that this is correct. This statement is correct. You are saying.
Yeah, that is a statement. So
Sir, even I think A is correct.
No, it is which of the following statement is are false. So we
Okay,
have
so
to
then
find.
only 3 is wrong.
Yeah, so let's see. Which of the following? So you can you anyone tell this question?
Yes, sir, I
Is
think
this on
true.
click? Which of the following? So is this also correct? Both VIF and VShow are used for conditional rendering. The view directive V4 is reactive. The view directive V4 is reactive. In this fourth option, all of the above.
Sir, everything is reactive, right?
All of the above.
so what is
Consider
VShow? Actually,
using VShow directive. We can define. We can conditionally rendering according to some value of the variable that if we apply it on anything, so it will be shown according to that condition.
okay.
Sir, in Vue, everything is reactive, right? We, if, we, for, we, on, like whatever we use.
Sir, can you give an example for VShow, sir?
VShow. Okay. VShow was there in that week 3 session, I think, or maybe in the
It was in
uh,
the Saturday session, I think. It was there. Aditya, sir.
no, you can also watch this week. Week 4 lecture view.
Sorry, sir. On Tuesday it was listed.
Tuesday session.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So you can see this here it is showing.
It's muted.
No, so I can't share. I have to share with tab. Using this, I have to stop sharing and then share the tab. Then only you will be able to hear this voice. Otherwise, even if you will not be able to hear this sound. So you can see this so yeah, you can see this V show according to this condition. This condition will evaluate, and accordingly, this particular line show only when argument evaluates to true will be shown or not shown. So if the message is hello, and we are using triple equals to, so can anyone tell how does this triple equals to and double equals to are different? Can anyone tell?
Triple equal to strict with even uppercase, lowercase should match. Whereas not the case for double equal.
Okay, so then so hello is not equals to the small h equal hello is not equal to the capital H hello. You're saying.
Yeah. So it should extract exactly match.
You can console.log hello.
Like password, sir.
Yeah, password. Yeah, so internally
I
how
understand it is looking like password. Yeah, same thing should be repeated means.
uh, s- not repeated, the same the character also should match. So when maybe internally that's how it is matched, that they are matched character by character and also case by case. So if in the original while creating the account, if you have used what if you have used small h, then while entering the password also which
Repeat
is
password, it used to ask now, madam, sir, some place, repeat
okay.
password.
Yeah.
There we have to repeat it in the same way, no?
Yeah, so there the it is front end validation only. There it is implemented. So yeah, in the repeat password. So how that function is? So what is how it is invoked is that in the confirm password input box. So whatever password you are entering, it will try to match. So as in on, it will be handled like as in when you complete typing or as in when you left that input box, it will check for the equality of first password and the second password. So node application.js. False. So can anyone tell this what is happening here? This is showing false. Even with the t equal to, it is showing false. Say if I use uh, so consider the following view application with this markup and the JavaScript file app. Okay, so what will be rendered by the browser? Application.html. Um, AQ 4.1.
Sir, I have pasted this code.
Yeah, so this message is Kumar. Div ID app 3, app 2, and app 1. So this is showing. So whichever div is the outermost div, this app 1. So according to this div's ID, or according to this view elements ID, this Kumar is showing. So this question answer will be the message is Kumar. Which of the following is our true recording?
Why it is not the innermost? Why it is not div3?
Because it, can anyone tell the reason? Hello.
I think so. I think so. First one it reads app one and it goes back to that app one and completes it.
Okay.
Where second one why it should read? I think
So what
I'm
happens
just giving
when
a wild guess. App.js is completed in the first app one itself. Why it should go to the app to division ID app two?
so it will still execute app2, right?
I don't know, sir.
Because HTML it goes line by line.
Yes, but that is what it is showing. The message is Kumar is showing, and the message Kumar is in the
Then as per sir statement, APP3 should come now. Yes, sir.
uh,
APP3.
why?
So it should read one after another means third one has to be read at the last.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm thinking is app1 gets invoked right, as you mentioned, and it applies Kumar in the place of that Jinja template, the message. And when it gets to app2 and app3, there is no more the template. It is already having Kumar. So I'm just thinking
So
that
you
could
are
be.
you are saying that as and when it reads app 1, this message is Kumar will be rendered, and what the as the message is Kumar is already rendered. So and as the message contains the value Kumar, so it will not need this message variable, and it will not need this
Right.
app 2 and app 3.
No, sir, it will read
Exactly.
app 2, app
So
3,
that's what I'm
but
guessing.
since it is inside, like the outermost only, it will apply.
Sir, if it reads app two, sir, then message will change now, sir.
Exactly. So that's what I'm thinking actually. So I'm not sure how to test it, but
The app 1, this app 1,
Sir, then remove that app one, sir. In the first HTML file, you remove app one. Then you try now, sir.
so
Then it
now
should, will it
we
take app 2?
app 2, that is Raj.
Let us see, sir. Rajput comes. It means it reads only one.
Yeah, but what is happening logically? So it will still execute app 3, but why it did not apply the message? Or so maybe because the message template was already refreshed by app 2. Okay.
Maybe you can say this is the default nature.
Sir, you write in HTML file app 1 and the last third one as app 1.
Here app 3 and here app
3. Yes.
Then
Let's
it will
see
be Abhishek.
what is happening, sir.
The message is Kumar.
How come, sir? How come now it reads the last one?
Okay.
It should be app 3's.
So app
Very
3 value is
This is very confusing, sir.
Abhishek.
Now this is confusing.
Yes, sir. It should have printed Abhishek, sir.
So it is begun our studies. I think we will go to the next problem.
Yeah, the double quotes is incomplete, is it? The double quotes.
No, that does not change anything.
Okay.
Even if you remove, yeah, it's just a string.
Oh,
But I think, sir, benefit of doubt is wherever app 1 is there, it will come first. Benefit of doubt.
Maybe because of the order here, F1 is defined first.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
say
Yes, sir.
can we
That
change
is
the
it.
order here and see?
here I defined. Let's say here I have defined app to the first. So here
So
the
now
message
Rajput.
output is showing, and let's say change it to original app 3 and app 1. Okay, so now message is Rajput is showing because in the JS the app 2 is
So JS file is more important.
uh, I
Am
don't
I
know.
right, sir? Am I right, sir?
Yes, you can say that as and when it reads the first and it got the value message, it got the value of the message variable, it will show that only. So if I put this app 3 first, now it should show Abhishek. So yeah, here the message is Abhishek is printing. The message is Kumar because in the JS file the Kumar is written first. You can say that.
Sorry, could we summarize then what is happening?
Can anyone tell? Hello?
What to tell, madam? What was the question?
No, why? What is the summary
I'm
of
asking what is the ultimate if there are 3 apps and we're referring to them in our HTML file, which of these will be printed? Is it always the first one to be mentioned or what?
So irrespective of what is in the HTML, so whatever is defined first in app.js, that gets the precedence as per the test.
Okay.
So yeah, can anyone tell this question? Which of the following is true regarding computed property in Vue framework? Yes, someone please tell.
So can you explain what is reactive?
Reactive
Again.
means
Yes, sir. I was also
what?
earlier question.
He also has the same question.
Active and reactive.
So reactive means whatever change we are doing, it is reacting
Above question, sir. Above question, sir. Above question. Above, sir.
below. This
Above,
fourth
sir. No, third one. Yes, this one.
second.
We view directive. V for is reactive. What does it reactive mean, sir?
Reactive, you can say that as in when I just that as and when I call this function, say didn't need to reload. I didn't need to reload v for catch that change, and it updates and it again prints itself. So as and when the CI function is called, this messages array will be changed. So this v4 directive, this messages array would have changed, and this will this whatever is shown will be changed. We did not need to reload the page, so it got automatically updated. This is reactivity, I think. If
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
so, as and when I say hi, I didn't need to reload the page. The message array automatically in the messages array, the visitor name and visitor message got added, and the message got printed in the screen. So yeah, can anyone tell this question? Which of the following is are true regarding computed property in Vue framework? Computed property is generally derived from reactive properties. Computed properties 1 and 2. Okay. Which of the following is are true regarding computed? What was the which of the compute similar question? Computer properties are by default getter only. A computer property should be directly mutated. A computer property should be not be directly mutated. So what should be the answer?
What does it mean, getter only?
Computed by default getter only. Maybe it means that these property don't take any argument like getter. So using getter we can just fetch. So maybe it is asking if that computed properties don't take any argument and it just prints the result. It does not need any argument, so it is telling like that.
So getter means getting the calling the computed functions method.
No, getter means I think it is similar to JavaScript getter. So in the getter, we don't need to provide any argument. Whatever we want to call, we can call, and it will show us. So what should be the correct option? A computed property should be directly mutated. A computer
What is mutated, sir?
mutated. I haven't covered this theoretical part. Can anyone else tell?
Mutated means the value should change.
A computer property should be directly mutated.
I think, sir, mutated means we mute the sound, in the Gmeet and so it might be.
No, I don't
stopped.
think so. I
Stopped.
don't think so. It is related to Get.
Is it the Python thing where we learned
Okay.
mutable and immutable object values? Is it?
Yeah, it could be possible because we had that count part. I don't think we could directly change it. It was only changing when that function changed it.
Okay, yeah. So only
Maybe, I don't know, I'm just guessing.
when some action happens, it changes. So it's
Yes,
not
but then we
directly.
could not directly change that value.
Okay. So then
I'm
3.
assuming that is what it is.
Okay. So maybe in the next class, if you can throw some light on this.
Yeah, these theoretical. I think maybe if you have watched this week 4 lecture,
I
initial,
haven't yet, so I'm not sure.
maybe in the slides if you can see mock. Sorry, not mock. Lecture PPT slides. No.
Yes, in the screencast it was not explained, I think.
Screencast was not there. I think week 4 view.pdf. Conditional looping, loop keys, computed properties, Boolean. Activity. So I will cover that in next class. So in this, we are consider the suppose the is active is true. So here the class is class in class 2 is active. So class contains this class 1 and class 2. So is active is true, so it is conditional. So vbind, using vbind we are modifying the class of this div, and initially it is class 1. So is active is true, so it will become class 1 class 2, and here the class 2 is active is false, so it will not take this class 2 value, it will only take this class 1 value. So this div class equals to class 1 will be the correct answer. And here what will be the color and font? Hello world. Here we are creating the view app. Here in this line we are
Sir, you are rushing very fast, sir. I couldn't understand. You are rushing very fast. Okay, we can see the next class otherwise.
this is just directly from the lecture, you if you see.
Just tell me,
Uh,
sir, how you are getting that answer. Maybe I am too slow in learning.
vbind. Here you can see vbind class equals to message. So here the class we bind, it will be binded accordingly to the is active boolean variable. So here it is saying that suppose initially the value of is active is true. So here the is active is true, so it will bind, and the class of div will be class 1 class 2, because the is active is true, so it will take class 2. So that is why what will be rendered
Okay,
by,
sir. Okay, that is understood.
because is active is true and here is active is false, so it will not bind, it will not take this value. So here we have defined class 1 and here class 2, but is active is false, so conditionally it will not
Not add or bind.
yeah, it will not add.
Sir, it's in the previous. Yes, sir. If you don't use colon is active and class 2 and close the bracket here itself, then always it will take class 2, right? There is no condition there.
uh, so you mean we bind class equals to
class 2.
class 2, like this.
Yes, so then always the class will be class 1, class 2.
Maybe it will modify. That you can check.
Okay, sir.
So here we have binded that style 1 and style 2 and style 1 both will be binded to this hello world. And what the style, here we are binding the style attribute and binding it the value style 1 and style 2. And what is style 1 doing? It is changing the color to red. And what is style 2 doing? It is changing the font weight to bold. So hello world will become red in the color because of this binding of style 1, and it will become, the font will become bold because of this thing. So overall it will be red and bold. Red and bold. And here we are only binding one style. We bind style 1 style. Here we are only binding and data. So where data style 1 style 2, okay, we are color and font weight of this. So only here we are only binding the, here we are only binding the style 1, and style 1 will change the color. So what should be the color and font weight? Maybe red and normal, maybe. Which of the following is true? An element if irrespective of the condition's truth value. Which of the following is true? That element with if directive, and we show. You can say that both of these statements are wrong. They are rendered respective of the condition. So whatever the condition is, it will render respective. If it is true, it will render. If the condition evaluates true or false, it will not render. So which of the following is true? It is none of the above.
I think it will be the second option.
We why?
We show renders it.
No, we show renders it, but here in
So
lecture,
then it gives display equal to none.
no, here it is showing, if we are using this we show directive,
Yes.
if this condition evaluates to false, will it show?
It won't show, but it will render it and it will be shown in, I think, in the script or something. In the when you look at the inspect, and it'll go, have this attribute display is equal to none. While if will not even render it, it will not be seen in the script even.
Okay.
If
Okay,
I'm
so
not, I
then
don't know what this correct option is.
I think option B is correct.
If if and v4 is used on the same which other, can anyone tell this question's answer? Hello?
Can you show an example?
With example? I don't have any example. Maybe sir has discussed this in. V if is evaluated first, or I think this is just a theoretical question, I think. So whatever is the answer will be the answer. Which of the following is correct regarding the ref attribute in the view? So view ref attributes directly reference the DOM element. Ref can be accessed only after the element is mounted. So can anyone tell this question's explanation, explain this answers?
Is there a particular ref attribute or what are we referring to? I have not seen a ref attribute.
Ref ref may be in general to any attribute maybe. So this which of the following is true? As you said this, and for this it will become red, but we are not binding that. It should be red normal, and here we are binding both the red and bold. So red and bold, and here class 2, not class 2, class 1, and here both class 1, class 2. Use this theoretical. Here it was showing Kumar on click all of not view to be x, yeah. On click can be used in both are used for conditional rendering.
That's true.
The is also real. So maybe all of the above. So let's check the answer. Okay, so
So V4 is evaluated first, sir.
yeah, V4 is evaluated first.
Okay, sir.
Was ref discussed in any of the session? So this is correct. This is correct.
No, sir. It will be discussed in week 4 session.
Week 4 live session or so you can see that this computed properties are if you see in the slides slot main element of computed properties cached based on their. So yeah, you can see this question is directly from the slides. Computed properties are cached based on their reactive dependencies. And this question, which other is computed properties. So yeah, here it is computed properties, and computer properties are by default getter only, and often need to work with derived. Take original data and modify it according to some. Take original data, boolean on off font styles depending on values in data, navigation links depending on history. Each time the source data changes, updates the derived data. So computed properties are like this. You can see this is computed property. This is a computed property. So as in when the message array change, it will be changed. So how will this work is internally, that we'll have to see. So this is computed property should not be directly mutated. should not be computed also. Okay, so here it is showing that by default getter only. So here it is directly from the slides that computed set are also possible. See documentation, for example. Maybe sir has discussed this also. I don't know. You can see that these questions are directly from slides. And here in this question, Vue.js is always rendered on the client side. That I will need to check. In this, the message is Kumar. So computed properties are reactive. What does computed properties are reactive? Reactive update each time the source data. So source data changes, update the derived data. Computed properties are reactive, are generally derived from the reactive properties. They are generally derived from the reactive properties. So we will need to check what does it mean by reactive properties. Maybe those properties which are defined inside the data tag, which can change. So by default they are getter only. So this question is directly from slides that computed set are also possible, but by default they are getter only. And a computed property should, so that I will need to check which of the computed okay, so these are theory. Most of the questions are theoretical. So you can directly answer if you just watch the lecture or watch the slides, read the slides. Computed property should not be directly mutated. Often need to work with derived data, take original data and modify it according to some function logic. Examples: Boolean. Okay, so now practice assignment credit. Uh, Mutate means to change or modify something. Yeah, you. Yeah, so in this question, can anyone tell this answer? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can say that this answer will be welcome to IITM online degree. This is similar to active week 3 question, I think. It's welcome to IITM online degree because this message is defined in the data property and we are only trying to change this message, and that's why welcome to IITM online degree will be shown. If app renders hello IITM in red font color, possible view? What is the possible directive mentioned in the div with ID app. So can you tell this what should be the answer? We want to bind, or we want to, what will be both A and B, or let's say this. So using this, we will bind this text, and this text define the whatever text will be shown. So we will bind index.html toggle theme. Yeah, so any function which we define, and if it needs to access the property, the any variable which is defined inside the data, inside the data, using the data keyword, or we can only access it using the this keyword. So we need to access it using the this keyword. So this is how we can access. So any of the option which does not use this is not correct. So this does not use this, so this cannot be correct. So because this toggle, what we are doing is we are toggling the theme, we are changing the theme. Initially it is something else, so we have to change it. Right? So this dot dark, yeah, this can be the correct option, that this dot dark equals to, these options are look similar. Yeah, so it is equal to assignment operator, and this is equality operator. So this is like checking for the equality. So this will actually toggle, it will change. So if the initially the values false, it will, this dot dark will become opposite. Yeah, so this dot dark will become this. Also dark is initially true, so true. So this dot dark will become false. And then when the toggle theme is called again, uh, it will again negate this dark value, and this will again become true, and then the same thing will happen on and on. So this is basic question. So the toggle theme will just toggle the variable. So if the application toggles between dark theme and the normal theme on the click of the button, what can be the possible definitions? So it should toggle, it should change according to the boolean no, between dark theme, color white, div style. No, what so yeah, this is the correct option. The normal theme is given div style. Yeah, so if it is a dark, if the boolean dark is true, if we will evaluate to true, and this will be evaluated, and this will be shown, and else. So if and else are conditional. So if is showing, else will not show. If else is showing, if will not show. So if the value of the boolean dark is true, this first p tag will be rendered, and this message will be printed according to this div style, whatever we are passing here. So this is basic question. The question is just asking which of the following function will work. So this is the assignment operator, and this is the correct. No, this is equality operator. We are checking for the equality, and here we are assigning, actually changing the boolean from false to true and true to false, whatever is this dot dark initially, or before calling this toggle theme function, whatever the values, it will be according. So which of the following, these are theoretical questions, so let's skip. Yeah, so Yeah, so these are the questions. This is the sixth question. So these two questions are theoretical. You can read the slides and read on Google what should be the answer. So here we are creating this component. This is a component one. So what will be rendered by the browser? So can anyone tell what should be rendered by the browser?
So your component keyword is not used.
So maybe what should be the answer? Like it should be this is the name. So name, this is component one maybe. But the component keyword, you mean this? We are not creating using the syntax v dot component.
Yes, sir.
So maybe let's try to run this. So this is the code. Index.html. Let's not if I okay app.js, and in the app.js, this is the app.js. Control A, control slash. Port to run this HTML page. Go live. Unknown custom element. Did you register the component properly? So you can see this some error is coming. So no text will be shown on the browser. So what is the reason? Because maybe we are not registering. So what is the error? Console is showing that did you register the component correctly? For recursive, make sure to provide the name option. So maybe we are not registering the component. That is why there is. So the what will be rendered is no text will be shown on the browser. And let's see this question. So here we are registering the components. Here we are registering. So let's try to run this code. Index.html. App.js. This is message 1, this is message 2, this is message 3. And what is the code? Code is just component. So this is the HTML. So HTML will be rendered. In the HTML we are creating the component v4. So component, we are doing this. We are using this. So this is the component code. So this is the component code. Means this is const. Yeah. So this is the code. What will happen when we call the component, and this is where we are calling the component, and here we are creating the component. Here we are creating the component.
We didn't have to do view.component here. Yeah?
Here we have directly defined inside the app.
There we wrote message board.
Yeah. So here
But we had to still do view.component.
So where here? So here we use the view app.
No, first line, sir.
Here.
No, the JS VS Code only.
VS Code, yeah. So view.component here.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So here we are not registering the view this component in the app, and here we have directly registered the component in the view app. We have directly used this. We have directly used this component here in the not here.
Okay. Okay, sir. No, okay. It is inside. I did not see.
Yeah. So we have used this component inside.
So, but in the previous question, it is not inside.
The previous question, it was not even used, or it was not even there. Let's see the previous question again. We have defined the component one. Here we are calling component. So neither we are neither we are directly passing that component inside the view app, nor we were using that view dot component line. So here we are using this view dot component. So we are not doing any of them. So that's why it will not be shown on the error. I have shown you what was the error. Control, like if I just do no, that why we need to change both. So yeah, the error was that it is the component is not registered, something like that. So
Yes, sir, because we did not use new components.
we did not use new components, or we did not register the component with the app, or something like that. We did not register. We just created this comp. We just created this. So
But we
this is
were referring to it in the HTML as comp1.
yeah, we are referring, but this comp1 is just a object here because we have not integrated it with the view object. So it is still the sorry, we have not integrated it with the view app, so it is just an object. So how will we able to use it? That is why it is not showing. That is why it is generating the error. Here we have registered the component inside the view app using this components comp. So what will be rendered? So this is message one, this is message two, and what is being
Okay.
rendered?
Okay.
This is
Just as
message.
we have methods and computed, we have something called components.
Yeah. Just like methods, what was that? Proper application.js data methods, computed and watcher. So these are similar to components. Is
So there
similar.
are two ways of having that components. Either we can include it in our this view or in app, sorry, object, or we can do it in view dot component.
Yeah, there may be other ways also. We will. We need to check. So what will be rendered? So this is message one. We are using this ordered list tag. So that is why 1, 2, and 3 will show. So 1, 2, 3. This is message one. This is message two. Without the quotes, they are showing without the quotes. Which of the following is true? View can be used. This view cannot be integrated. This is not true. View application can be integrated with an API. Can be used for creating. This is true. This and can be used in backend development. It can only be used. This is not correct because Vue.js can be used in front end development because it is mainly used for front end development. So this cannot be true. And this Vue.js application cannot be integrated with an API. This is also not true. This can be integrated. This is looks true. Maybe 5 on this theoretical questions. So maybe just read the slides. You will be able to answer all these theoretical questions. And yeah, so if app renders the hello HI team, what will be the possible directive? So this directive is not correct. This is the correct answer. VHTML equals to text. So why can anyone tell? Maybe this how that is how we can bind the we want to render it as HTML. Like this should be rendered considering this as an HTML, not as an text. So maybe if I render it using it as text, this whole text, maybe this whole text will not be evaluated. This whole text will not be evaluated. It will be shown on the screen as is. It will be shown as is, not evaluated. So this will not be evaluated. And if I use this HTML equals to text, it will be evaluated, and the hello IITM will be rendered. So only this part will be rendered according to the whatever tag I'm using and whatever styling I am providing. So maybe that is why. So you can also run this if
Sir, so
you,
this speed tag will come inside div tag.
what.
The speed tag will come inside div tag, right, in the HTML.
No, we are binding this. We have to. We want is that hello IITM should be in red font color. And here in the data property, we have defined this text variable. We have defined this text variable. So now what I want is just to show. I want to show. So this is the directive. It is given. The directive is given. The directive is the given. Directive is given. So what we want is what can be the possible value of the directive. We just need to tell that what we should replace instead of. So this is a placeholder, or this is like filling the blanks. So what we should put here so that the hello IITM renders in red font color. This is what the question is asking. So here you can see here there is a variable text in the data property. So we have to use it. So you have to use it. Hello IITM, we have to use it. So how to use it? These are the two options, and this none of the above may be true also. Maybe. So you can run this. You can run this. Div ID directive. Div ID equals to app. So the directive is the we have to. So let's try with this. V bind equals to text script script source equals to app.js. V bind equals to text. Control. v bind without arguments expects. Okay, v bind text. V bind text here. I'm using v bind text. So why is this error? Maybe div v bind vhtml. Uh, HTML. Yeah, see, hello team is shown. So that's why this is the correct answer.
Sir, can you inspect that, sir?
So yeah, you can see that the V, if I
So
do
show that HTML, what it is rendering.
V bind without arguments expects an object or array value. So this is what is showing. So V bind without an argument. The correct way to render this text is an HTML.
What if instead of VHTML we do VText? I think that also works.
VHTML.
No, VBind is not working, right?
V bind is not working. Yes.
Yeah, so what if we do VText?
Text.
Yeah.
So vtext is nothing is there. Vtext is not even a directive. So there is no directive by the name of vtext. So vbind. Using vbind, nothing is showing on the screen. So we want to render HTML. Whatever is written inside the whatever is written like here, whatever is written, we want to render it as it is. So this p style color, see, we want to render according to the HTML definitions of this p tag and how style we want to render actually. So we need to use this vhtml equals to text. So this is the right answer. So vhtml equals
Now,
to text. What?
no, sir, for the same question, same code, can you show that elements?
Oh, what do you mean by elements?
No, inspect
No, so inspect, this is inspect, right?
and that
Console.
element, sir. Can you show what it is? No, left one, leftmost, top.
Elements. P style
Yes,
equals
sir. So inside the div, the p tag is the inside the div. Okay.
yes. So whatever. So this when this live server is run, this app.js will be rendered, and this div ID has this app, and so this using this ID, this div is linked to this view instance. This in this view instance. So this div is linked to this view instance, and this is what it is doing. So it is defining the data object, and so yeah, we want to render the HTML, so we need to use the HTML tag. So that's all about. So theoretical questions, you can watch the lecture and read these slides, and you can do these questions. So which of the following is if a function which is when the computed property, so you can say it is function which is triggered. So you can see here computer. So what is computed property? Compute. So this is different. This is not a computed property. Sorry, this is computed property, but we are not using this. So there was a example in yesterday's session I gave was of that array length. So I don't remember. I don't. Let me share that code also. Mat uh, 2 week 2 CMD code. Which of the following is correct? That this is a function which is triggered when the data it refers to changes. Computed properties is a function which is triggered when the data it refers to changes. It is so it is not so it is the correct option. So maybe if this option is not correct, so we can say that the statement is false. This statement is not correct. It is a calculated each time it's not, so maybe it is not correct. So it is not calculated each time. It is generally used when some property is used at a multiple places in an application. It is generally used multiple places. So computed properties. So callware GA week 2. No. Script GA week 2 module. No, I think this is not the right. Yeah, this is the correct code. So this computed will be called. So what it is saying, what this statement is saying is that it is a function which is so yeah. So when the count function will be called when the so we are calling this CI function in the HTML you see. We call this the CI function will be called auto. We have to we manually call this function CI function, but this computed property we don't call. So this computed property we do not call as and when. So what does this what is the statement? It is a function which is triggered. So this data. So what does when the data it refers to? So what does this count method of the computed property? What does this count method of the computed property refers to? It refers to the visitor array. So visitor array. So as and when it changes, like say hi function. So when will the when will the visitor array change? As and when the say hi function is called. So it will be automatically called. So the thing is that it is a function which is triggered when the data it refers to changes.
When that array changes, the length count will trigger.
Yeah, so what this function, this count is referring to, this is referring to visitor array. This is not referring to length, this is referring to the visitor array. So as and when the visitor array changes, so any element, okay, so as and when there is any change in the element, as and when there is any change in the visitor array, this count method of computed property will be called automatically. It is called automatically. We don't need to manually call it. Like when this say hi function is called, like whatever this message hi. So we are not calling it like this dot count. So we don't need to call the function. It will be called automatically when the value. Sorry, when the data. So which data it is referring to? This it is referring to the visitor array data. So it is referring to the visitor array data. So as and when the visitor array, there is some change in the visitor array, this count method of the computed property will be called. It will be called, and yeah, so it is generally used when some property is used at. It is not so. This is not correct option. It is generally when some property is used at multiple places. So yeah, I can't comment about this line. Maybe we cannot see this visitor is used at multiple places. You can see, but this visitor array, I can't say anything more about this line, but you can say that it is generally used when some property is used at multiple places. But I can give you example. So all these questions are. It is a function. Yeah. So which of the following watchers? So watchers is theoretical. You can watch the lecture. Watch this week for live lecture view. It is a good lecture. So you will get to learn all this theoretical and basic things you will get to know. Watchers are defined inside the watch object. So I think if you watch this lecture, you will get to know that this statement is correct. Init is a function which is when the so this is also important how watchers are different from the computed properties. So maybe sir has discussed in this week 4 lecture video. So you can also watch this video. So which of the following is so view regarding watcher? This statement is similar. So it is a function which is from triggered when the property it is referred to changes. So both for the computed property and the watchers, it is a function which is triggered when the property refers to changes. And watchers are defined inside the watch object. This is also correct. So that's why both A and B are correct. So watchers are defined inside the watch object. So like methods, any functions are defined inside the methods object. Any data. Yeah. So any methods are defined inside the method property, and any computed property are defined inside the computed object or computed keyword using the computed. So methods are defined using the computer methods keyword, and sorry, functions are defined using the method keyword, and any variable is initialized or defined using the data keyword. So that's similar to this. Watchers are defined inside the watch object. So there is a watch object. So just like how we use this computer, there is this watch also. Watchers are defined inside the watch object. Okay, so that's all about this practice assignment week 4 graded. Yeah, both A and B are correct. Yes, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so mainly if you see manage the recording stuff.